Starting the day off with I feel should be a family favorite. Unless you're an Everman boy, then it's not. But I love the smell of a tuna noodle casserole in the oven. Everyone here thinks I'm nuts, but I know there's others out there just like me. So this is how I make a tuna noodle casserole. Whole ingredients, super easy, comes together quick. In my pan right here, I got a big deep pan here that I have some mushrooms and a half of a large onion, and it's just cooking down in some butter. Now, these have softened, those onions have gotten nice and soft, and those mushrooms are tender. I'm gonna sprinkle in a little bit of dried thyme. If you want to add fresh thyme because you got it going on in your garden right now, please do. I know so many people with so much that overgrew. They have way too many herbs, way too many veggies. They're not sure what to do with them. Throw them in a casserole. All right, so I'm gonna get the thyme in there, and then I'm also gonna get some frozen peas. I don't even thaw them out. I just throw them in frozen. By the time they all bake, they do their thing. The peas, you know, it's classic, but apparently now it's a controversial choice. People get a little weird about the peas. I like them, I like the classic. Now give that a good little stir and let that butter kind of sink down in there while we get our base going here. I've got some egg noodles that I cooked al dente because they're gonna cook more in the oven. So to this, I'm gonna add 3 cans of tuna. Whenever I make something tuna, like a tuna melt or a small version of this for myself at home, every time, no matter what. I could have made it 4 hours earlier and have the windows open. Someone will walk in my house and go, oh, what is that smell? Shut up. I don't say shut up to my blessed children, of course, but it's like, that's what I'm thinking, because I think it smells really good. So I got the tuna in here, and then I'm gonna take my veggies. Abby's making me laugh in my ear because I said, oh, this smells like my grandma. It doesn't smell like my grandma. It smells like her house when she would make this. And then Sarah said it smells like childhood trauma. Y'all are crazy. You just haven't had a good one yet. Today's the day. Okay, so now I'm going to get a little more butter in here, but I lost it. And then Sarah gave it to me, and then I lost it again. So I'm going to find it. I got it. I don't even know what the heck I did with it. Here we go. Adding, I think, what am I adding? Half a cup, right? Quarter cup of butter in here. And we're gonna melt this down. I had it laid out and then I think I melted it. I don't know what I did. So go ahead and let this start melting down because we're gonna make our sauce now, our roux. Delicious, easy. It's just gonna be cheddar and lamers half and half and a little broth. But if you grew up with the one that has the cans of soup in it, sometimes that just hits the spot. I'm telling you right now, zero judgment, hits the spot. While this is melting down, I'm gonna go ahead, add a good pinch of salt in here. Good pinch of pep. Let's give this a good toss around. What should I use? Let's use this. Now, while that butter is melting down, I have some flour on the side because we're just gonna make our own creamy sauce. Super easy. Makes it really easy with the lamers half and half too. It just makes it extra, extra creamy. But I'm kind of getting all the little bits off the bottom of the pan here. You got a little bit of mushroom bits and onion bits down there. Get it all. Scrape it all. A little dried thyme is sinking into the butter. I want all of that flavor. And then I'm going to go ahead and take a half a cup of flour. Get that in there. Mix that in. We don't want a pasty sauce. All right, let that hang out. Did I do enough butter? That doesn't seem like it. Was it supposed to be a half a cup? Then, no, I didn't do enough. I did a quarter cup in there. Sorry, everybody. I had this measured out, and then I decided that I got too excited about the tuna noodle casserole. And I lost all my math skills, which we all know I have so many. I'll get a little more butter in here because this is supposed to be a little saucier. See, I do this on purpose to see if Sarah catches it, and you failed. All right, so while this is sinking down, we're really cooking that pasty feel out of that flour so we have a nice smooth sauce. Keep mixing this up a little bit because we're just gonna toss it all together and it just goes in a big casserole dish. What I love about this is meal prep. There's a reason people bring casseroles to someone who just had a baby or getting ready for the week, because you can just prep this out and throw it in your fridge and just use it when you need it. Just pop it in the oven. That's exactly what we did here. I'm gonna use a little whisk here to really make sure that butter incorporates. That flour is turning into a light sand color. I always say I like to add my liquids when the sand is like the color of sand in a sandbox, just nice and light. And that is exactly what that looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and add in a little broth. You can use veggie or chicken broth, whatever you got. Give that a good whisk so it doesn't get lumpy. Give it a moment to heat up there because that was cold. I always do one liquid at a time. That way you can really see if there's any lumps in there. All right, let that come to a simmer. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt and pep to this layer as well. I want this highly seasoned. On the side here, I have our lamers half and half. You can use a whole milk if you'd like, if that's what you have laying around. You can even use a 2% if you want, but I do want a rich, creamy casserole. All right, see how that got nice and thick? Now we can go ahead and get in the lamers. If you're in a hurry and you're making this quick, feel free to have those liquids just out of the microwave so they're nice and hot, and that way you add a nice hot liquid in here, but you can do this in 10 minutes. I feel it. I know we can. Now let that come to a simmer. And then on the side here, I've got some shredded cheddar from Simon's that we picked up the last time we were out at Simon's Specialty Cheese. They just celebrated their 85th anniversary this August, which is so cool. If you haven't been out there yet, highly recommend. All right, so all we're doing here is just giving it a good whisk. And even right now, even though it's not completely thick, I'm gonna go ahead and taste it, see if it needs some seasoning. A bland casserole, we don't have time for that. We want creamy and flavor and all the things. So let's make sure this is seasoned correctly. MITG. It's not. We need more salt. We need more pep. Now we're getting some thick. Now let's go. Now, once this gets hot, I'm not gonna stir in the cheese right now. Cheese is gonna break. I wanna take it off the heat and then really let it melt in. So for right now, I'm gonna let this get thick and rich. Can I tell you, when I was in high school and college, this is what I would eat. This is why I don't judge what anybody eats. This was my favorite thing to eat. I think Abby and I talked about this once, like guilty pleasures, and I do it once a year. Kraft mac and cheese, make it according to directions. You take a half a can of cream of mushroom soup, pop it in, and then a can of tuna, pop it in and stir it. It's so good. It's so bad, but so good, but it's so bad. But it's so good. I think I learned it at like Girl Scout camp or camping or something. I can't remember. Abby said in my ear, she needs me to make it on the show so we can try it. I feel like all of my chef cred will be down the drain. Matt will never come back. Like I need to keep making chef food, but make it at home, it's amazing. Cheese going in off the heat. Go ahead and whisk that until it's nice and creamy. I have got a casserole dish here that has been sprayed. That right there. Now, I'm gonna toss this all together and throw it in the casserole dish. But first, to make sure I have enough time, I wanna show you the topping real quick. All right, get that in there. You know what I'm gonna do, because she's just so pretty. I'm gonna pass this to Sarah Shortcake over here. Can you give that a stir for me, my friend? So, no, I got it. Here we go. Now, I got Ritz crackers, because you need a crunchy topping, and Ritz is buttery and nostalgic. And sometimes a Ritz cracker just hits the spot. I put the little packs in my kids' lunch boxes. And then they run out quickly because I eat the other ones. All right, melted butter in. You can toast this up in a pan, or you can put it right over the top. It's so easy. Give that a nice little toss. Thanks, Sarah. Sometimes you just gotta pull her in. She loves it. Loves the attention, everybody. Make sure if you see her in the store, make sure to give her big hugs. Tell her how much you love her. Sit and talk to her all day about her garden. She likes it. That looks delicious. I'm gonna grab the one out that we made already, because it smells so good and I'm so excited. Pop it in the oven after you get those Ritz crackers on. And it turns out like childhood. Look at how golden those crackers got. You see the bubbles right there? Thank you so much, my friend. I am so excited for lunch. I can't wait.